You're about to throw the party of a lifetime, your husband's birthday celebration. You've invited all your close friends and family, expecting a fun-filled evening of laughter and memories. But little do you know, this party will be the catalyst for a shocking revelation that will change your life forever. Imagine the excitement and anticipation as you prepare for the big day. You've spent hours planning the perfect theme, decorations, and menu. Your husband is beaming with joy, and you can't wait to see the smile on his face when he walks into the party. As the guests start arriving, you're greeted with warm hugs and congratulations. Everyone is in high spirits, and the atmosphere is electric. You've managed to keep your suspicions about your husband's recent behavior at bay, but deep down, you've been feeling a nagging sense of unease. You've tried to brush it off as mere paranoia, but the truth is, something has been off lately. Your husband has been distant, and you've caught him staring at his phone with a mixture of guilt and fear in his eyes. You've asked him about it, but he's always managed to brush it off with a convincing excuse. As the party gets underway, you're busy mingling with the guests, making sure everyone is having a great time. But amidst the laughter and chatter, you can't shake off the feeling that something is amiss. You keep glancing at your husband, who's laughing and joking with the other guests, seemingly carefree. Little do you know, your husband's mistress is standing right behind you, sipping champagne and smiling sweetly at him. Yes, you heard that right. The woman he's been cheating on you with is right there in your home at your party. As the evening wears on, the atmosphere in the room begins to shift. The music is still playing, but the energy is changed. You start to feel a sense of unease, a creeping sense of dread that something is about to go terribly wrong. And then it happens. The mistress approaches you, a confident smile spreading across her face. She introduces herself as his friend and starts talking about their deep connection. You're taken aback, unsure of how to react. The room falls silent, and all eyes are on you. You feel like you're in a nightmare, trapped in a scene from a bad soap opera. The mistress continues to chat, completely unaware of the impact her words are having on you. You're stunned, humiliated, and embarrassed all at once. Your friends and family are watching, unsure of how to react. You feel like you're melting into the floor, unable to speak or move. And then, just as you think things can't get any worse, you hear a knock at the door. It's your lawyer, arriving with a stack of eviction papers. The mistress, it turns out, is a realtor, and she's been using your husband's property as her own personal playground. The room erupts into chaos. Your guests are stunned, your husband is speechless, and you're left standing there, feeling like your world has been turned upside down. The mistress, still smiling sweetly, hands you the eviction papers and walks out of the room, leaving you to pick up the pieces of your shattered life. Can you imagine the shock and embarrassment of being publicly humiliated by your husband's mistress? What would you do in that situation? Would you confront her, try to reason with your husband, or just walk away? The choice is yours, but one thing is for sure, your life will never be the same again. As the night wears on, and the guests start to leave, you're left standing there, feeling like a shell of your former self. The party that was supposed to be a celebration of your husband's birthday has turned into a nightmare, a reminder that even the most seemingly perfect lives can hide dark secrets. You're left to pick up the pieces, to try and make sense of what's happened. But as you stand there, feeling the weight of the eviction papers in your hands, you can't help but wonder, what other secrets is your husband hiding? You're starting to feel the whispers, the murmurs, the awkward glances. Your party, once a celebration of love and joy, has turned into a scene of embarrassment and betrayal. You can't help but wonder how your husband's mistress managed to crash the party, but that's not the only question on your mind. As you watch her try to play it cool, you can't help but feel a sense of satisfaction building inside you. You glance around the room, noticing the way the other guests are watching the mistress, their faces a mix of shock and curiosity. Some of them look like they're trying to give her the benefit of the doubt, while others seem to be enjoying her discomfort. You can't blame them. Who wouldn't want to see someone who's caused so much pain and heartache get a taste of their own medicine? That's when you see him, standing by the bar, sipping a drink and watching the scene unfold with a mixture of amusement and disdain. Your lawyer. You had asked him to come to the party for a reason, and now you're glad you did. He's been a thorn in the side of your husband's mistress for weeks, and now he's here to deliver the final blow. As the mistress tries to make her excuses and slip away, your lawyer intercepts her, a sly smile spreading across his face. He hands her a stack of papers, and her eyes widen in horror as she realizes what they are. Eviction papers. The mistress's world is about to come crashing down, and you can't help but feel a sense of satisfaction as you watch her confidence crumble. The room falls silent, the only sound the rustling of papers and the mistress's desperate attempts to protest. But it's too late. The damage is done. Your husband's mistress has been exposed for what she is, and now she's facing the consequences of her actions. You take a deep breath, feeling a sense of closure wash over you. This is what you've been waiting for, what you've been fighting for. And now that it's finally happened, you can't help but wonder what's next. Will the mistress slink away in shame, or will she try to fight back? Will your husband finally take responsibility for his actions, or will he continue to deny the truth? You look around the room, noticing the way the other guests are watching the mistress, their faces a mix of curiosity and concern. Some of them look like they're trying to give her the benefit of the doubt, while others seem to be enjoying her discomfort. You can't blame them. Who wouldn't want to see someone who's caused so much pain and heartache get a taste of their own medicine? But as you watch the mistress's confidence crumble, you can't help but wonder, what would you do if you had the power to turn the tables on someone who had wronged you? Would you take revenge, or seek a more peaceful resolution? As the dust settles, you're left to pick up the pieces of your shattered marriage. The mistress's downfall was a wake-up call for your husband and a chance for him to confront his infidelity and make amends. But it's not just about him. It's about you too. How do you forgive someone who broke your trust, who made you feel like a fool in front of your friends and family? It's a question that's been haunting you for weeks, maybe even months. You've replayed the party in your head, wondering how things escalated so quickly. But the more you think about it, the more you realize that it was a moment of redemption for you. A chance to stand up for yourself, to assert your worth, and to take back control of your life. You remember the feeling of your lawyer arriving at the party with eviction papers in hand. It was like a cold slap in the face, a harsh reminder that your husband's mistress thought she was above the law. But in that moment, something inside of you snapped. You realized that you didn't need your husband's approval or validation to feel worthy. You were strong enough to stand on your own 2 feet, to walk away from a marriage that was suffocating you. It's been a long and difficult road to recovery, but you've made progress. With the support of loved ones, you've begun to rebuild and heal from the pain of the past. You've started to rediscover yourself, to find new passions and interests that bring you joy. And with each passing day, you feel stronger, wiser, and more confident. So, have you ever been in a situation where you felt wronged or betrayed? How did you handle it? Share your story in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you're going through something similar, know that you're not alone. You are strong, you are capable, and you are worthy of love and respect, no matter what.